Welcome back to our State of the Roads update for St. Thomas Eastern. Here we have this week Mr. Maitland, Project Manager for NF Barnes. Mr. Maitland, welcome to our State of the Roads for the first time. Please tell our audience what's been going on for the last 7 days in the parish of St. Thomas and especially St. Thomas Eastern.
We actually have started working from the start of the project, which is the church corner to Browns Gully. We have actually completed the 4-inch line and the 250 line on that leg, and we are waiting and testing on the next leg. So before we start on the right-hand side of the project, which would affect the motorists, so we are trying to test that before we actually start the next leg on that line. Those lines have now been completed or in place and are waiting testing for us now to do the other section of the line. We also have some new drains doing down in the town that is close to the Ruby's gas station. We have covered that. We are going to try and put that together so we can cast that by next week, earliest.
When you say cast, what do you mean by casting?
The pavement, that's the top of the drain. Okay. It's also a sidewalk.
Yes.
So we are putting that in the schedule to cast by next week early. Okay. Right, for the next kilometer, that's for the first kilometer.
And we're talking of Church Corner area?
The Church Corner area, that is the first kilometers of road. That is from Church Corner, that's the roundabout, to Browns Gully, which is the park, popular known as the Park Bridge. That section, we have the pipe in for that for the left-hand side, project left-hand side, that is the land, and the right-hand side is to the sea. Yes. So we have all those pipe in for that section, and that was what has been completed over the last 7 days for that area.
Wonderful.
We move now to the second 2 kilometers, which is from Browns Gully all the way to Nuts River, popularly known as Dumfries, right? And what we did there was we actually mitigate some soft spot. We have a challenge there with the water commission lines, the active lines that have been constantly leaking, so we are unable to complete that work until that is done. But they have given us their commitment that they will come and address the issue so that we can finally close up the Black Door, popular known Black Door area is problematic area, and also the area in the Dumfries area. So we should be starting some work in the Dumfries area to do a paving from that's a Dumfries bridge down to the Dougie's tire shop. Right, so that would take care of that problem that have been a nuisance for a long time. Okay. We actually start some road modification in that area also in order to ease the traffic. So from that area we have done some filling and to make the vehicular traffic a little more comfortable for the people of St. Thomas.
Less inconvenient.
Right, so we from that area, from Nuts River to White River, is the next area, which is the area where most of the activities are taking place. In that area, we have the hospital area, which we are doing final grading, and we're doing some curb and gutter to actually get the final grade to preparation for asphalt in that area. We have one area that is still an eyesore. We are waiting on some design from the designers. They came and look at it and have to make some special arrangement to take the volume of water that is at the Lysson beach area, which will be addressed. We hope that we will get that drawing early by Monday, so we'll be able to start work on that come by Wednesday or Thursday after next week. In that area, we also did some final grading and marling and asphalting to preparation for asphalt. And we in the Johnstone area to the double box culvert, which we are doing, which everybody know at the detour road at the school. Yes. in Lysson. We actually start the road modification there, removing the asphalt and compacting the road so that we can start filling and start to grade it. They might see us removing some curbs along the Jerk Center up to the Lysson School area because we are widening the road in that area. So we have to remove the existing curb which we have to get the width which we promised the people here in St. Thomas.
So would you like to explain to us why you had put it there in the first place? Because that's what makes us frustrated, that we see it build and now we see it tear down. So what happened? Because I thought it was too narrow.
Right, that area was actually a challenge, and they have to change the actual design on that area because the water would be washing away the bakery on the lower side. So they changed the invert on that and also widened the road to facilitate the gutters which we have to put in now to get the water back to that culvert.
Okay.
So that kind of make a total adjustment in order to facilitate the existing business in place. Right. So that is why we had to do what we had to do. Okay. So it's just the alignment of the road, and the level of the road is also lift. So the curves now were lower than the actual road. So we had to just make that necessary adjustment there, right, so that we could get it done and get it done properly. We move now to Johnstone Hill. That Johnstone crossing, that hill going up, we're doing a huge drain. We have actually, there we are about 70 to 80% completed. They are still on it. It's an ongoing exercise, and that road is sloping on the opposite side. We have some challenge there on the right hand side, that is to the seaside, because there's an existing pipe which is still now in the roadway. We have to commission those pipes in those areas in order for us to complete that stretch of the road. So we're just making it as comfortable as possible now for the motorists and do the best we can to ensure to maintain it so that they would not have the discomfort that they faced before. All right, traveling from there to Patty Shop here, we are on the final grading on that area. Okay. So that area is the final grading. What we have there to be done is some minor curbs work, which are the ends and turning of the entrance and driveways, and some V-drains to complete. When we fill that now, right now we are bringing in material to fill those areas so that we can do the other half, so that we can allow the homeowners that turning off the main to access their communities. Right, we down to this double box culvert which we are putting up the downstream. That is the right hand side wing wall to facilitate so we can open that road, because we have to finish that section before we can abandon the tour road, so we can do the other upstream wing wall when we take down that road. So that now move us all the way to the single box culvert out in Retreat. So we are there now doing some final preparation. We are doing filling now to carry the road up. But that road is coming up a little. Many people might see it and think that it's small, but it's coming up at about 2 feet above the existing concrete in terms of filling.
Okay. So
that will give us the width and give us the depth that we want. Right. And that takes us out into Prospect. In the Oxford Road area, I've done some curb wall. We will looking to do some gutter come Monday, so we should be able to finalize. But that area now has been oiled and sand and preparing for asphalt.
That's wonderful.
So we should be coming up all the way up to the single box culvert, which is about, from where we stopped the last time, it's about 1.5 kilometers of road to be asphalt. Okay. The last asphalting we did was on Sunday. We had some challenges with the equipment. I think we have break our bearings or something like that. So what we did with the asphalt that was out there was a regulation as thin as possible, just to take out the discomfort in the road and to ensure that we didn't waste the product which we have. So we are looking to start again some asphalting next week, latest about Wednesday. So all goes well. So okay. That is basically what we have done so far.
Thank you so much for the update. We will be here again next week, right here in St. Thomas Eastern for the State of the Roads update. Thank you, Mr. Maitland. See you in a week. Peace.